the waters or water. This is a very mysterious subject which many people have kept bay at it. The waters, our waters, the water. When it is said that 80% of the planet is water, 70% of what human is water. When we look at the biblical creation story, even the ancient Sumerian creation epic says that the biblical verse says that, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the deep waters. Was hovering. This was before human creation. Therefore, these waters, before human creation, do we think that there was existence in the waters before human creation, or there was no existence? These are some mysteries which religion are keeping under the rugs. Like the waters, when the Spirit of God was hovering in the waters, above the waters, there were empty waters. Our religions have taught us only about the earthly kingdoms, but they have never spoken of the water kingdoms. Because the truth of the matter is that even all elements starts as water. Everything starts as water. We are being told that water is life, but nothing much is being spoken about waters and the water and the kingdoms of waters and the water spirits. And in most of our religious texts, they will be symbolically speaking about something about water, but it will always not, it will be in parables. Like we could see the stories of about fish, Jonah and the whale, the two fishes. Fish symbolizes something about the waters. They are just being put onto our faces through symbols. And about the fish, let's ask ourselves, and these symbologies, if you're not careful, you'll not catch them. The fish is a reptile. And there is something else. That is, fish is in the water kingdom. There is exact thing like fish which is on land. It is called the snake. They are the same. The difference is that fish is in water and the snake is on land. But they have the same body structure, same vertebrae, columns. They have same form of scales. And it is said that the water is what carries the divine femininity. Because life, even in our planet, cannot exist without water. It was that divine femininity. Divine femininity, it was the divine femininity that was split into male and female. It holds that energy. Therefore, when the energy was split into male and female, the female took that femininity and the masculine broke that. So, and this is how women are built, or the female is built, like water. And that's why that was the beginning of racism. Actually, racism started as sexism. The feminine divine became to war with the undivine masculine, man versus woman. This was the start of racism, created racism. Women were now hunted as witchcrafts, as witches, because women are the ones who knew the divine knowledge even in the ancient times, which was connected to the energy of water, that frequency of water, what water is. And even our language, many of the words which we speak without our knowledge, like the word syllabus. Before you take a course, you have to know the syllabus. Syllabus comes from the word sibyl, which is a mermaid or a siren. Like the woman already existed in the water before creation. That energy existed in the water. And that's why even many other words are referred to the woman without us knowing. Like the word heresy. Heresy, which means to disavow, to be a heretic. Heresy means not means to disavow. To be a heretic means that you are not part of the order. That word heretic, it starts with the word ha. Heresy, ha. The word philosopher. Philosopher itself, which is the fundamental to knowledge and wisdom. Philosophy, the word philosophy, which is the fundamental to knowledge and wisdom, contains two words within itself. The word Sophia and the word ha. These are the mysteries of the connection of water. Connection with water. Because we are connected with the water kingdom, either we like it or not, because 70% of human is water. And the elemental spirits of the waters, fire, air, these elemental spirits which existed, elemental spirits which existed before us, we were above them. But we dropped down when we started focusing, started asking them for this and that, for riches, money, babies, and what have you. And the main reason for humanity to be on top of this planet is because they had a responsibility to the existence which was below us, which was the elements and elemental spirits. But we turned around, started asking from the water spirits, from the fire spirits. The water spirits are connected to wealth. People go to water spirits, elemental spirits, to ask for babies. People invoke elemental, fiery beings and spirits, the jinns, for wealth and this and that. In each form of elements, there are beings existing there. There are beings and entities in the waters that existed before human. And humanity failed to understand, to be responsible, that they are not alone. There is life in the water. These beings exist in water. The water beings and the water spirits. And they are powerful than us because we submitted to them. We fail to realize that when we are polluting even our waters, rivers, oceans, we are upsetting powerful, crazy beings. There are crazy beings there, and they are those beings, water beings, which are of light. But this is what we have to know, that the good, positive spirits or beings of the waters have kept away from humanity. Because humanity have not reached the vibrations they are. That's why they cannot reveal to themselves. But the dark beings and spirits are the ones which they just pop out from the waters or the water dimensions. And when invoked by humanity and they come here, this is what they do. They come here. When they're invoked, you ask them for riches, for this and that. The water spirits for money and wealth. They give you that, but immediately they give you that, they have connected with you, are connected to them. You are a slave to them. You are already, immediately you invoke a negative watery. Positive beings they have never shown themselves. Whatever you invoke from the watery realms is crazy. You are connected to that. You are doomed to your old generations. You are connected to that through the waters in you. Any form of water, you pass it. Immediately you are making babies with your wives. The waters in the sperm. The babies take that. When they come out, the water in them is already connected. It goes that by in generations to generations. And the most craziest thing is that this water spirits can move through anything that has water. Anything that has water. The air we breathe itself contains water. When you condense air, you will extract water. They are good spirits, but they do not show themselves. You can connect with them in your astral realms, or when you are in your prayer state, or when you are in your meditations. You know, there are these things, There are these things like there is this plant which when you consume it, you fall into a trance state. It's called ayahuasca. Ayahuasca means watery spirit. Ayahuasca is part of the positive watery spirits which do not reveal themselves, but they connect themselves through plants. Ayahuasca. The word awa is where the word aqua. If I could read it by the word, with putting up the Q, I will read it aquasca instead of ayahuasca. aqua. This is what happens when, for those who are using cannabis as spiritual purposes, and when they fall into trance, connect with higher realms, cannabis is what Anubis is. It's a spirit. They're what gods are. Everything is manifesting as gods. Everything. They are water gods. They are water spirits. They are fiery gods. They are fiery spirits. They are air god. Even from our ancient religious texts, which predates the current religions. These water spirits, they exist in a supernatural plane, and they are very destructive. As these the negative ones, they are very destructive. That's why water can be very destructive. They can invoke rains, floods, tsunamis. And they are the ones people are connecting with, the elemental spirits. But the funniest thing is that, but again, these elemental spirits, the fiery, watery, air, they do not need even us invoking them, the negative ones. They can just get attached to us by us inviting them through our 4 aspects of the elemental sides we are. Because we have the watery part, we have the fire part, the air part, and the earthly part. We have all of them. So when we invoke an emotion, and mostly they are all emotions, all these aspects of the 4 elementals, they are emotional part. Each part of the negative emotion is part of them. And this is the mysteries of the water, which even I haven't spoken anything there, because there's still more about the waters. Why does it give life? Why is it connected to the female? Why was female prosecuted? Why was the divine feminine like? Why there was no stories of the water? It was just the separations of the waters. And all these things about the waters, as I said, they are in our scriptures, in our own religious scriptures. Baptizing in water, water of life, water this, fishes, Jonah and the whale, fisher of men, Jesus and the fishermen. They are all there, symbology. The man with the pitcher of water, the Noah's floods, and we see everything in our existence. We are told that the planet is 80% water. Our bodies are 80% water. Everything needs water to survive. Water is life. Anyone in any condition fasting, when they are in critical state, brought into an emergency, they are added water. We are told water heals. When you speak, people are taking, there is this aspect that some pastors are praying on water, and they give to people and they get healed. It's not a hoax. It is the truth. because water picks that energy which you speak or project to it. Take 2 glasses of water, project negative to 1 glass for some hours. Every time you come around it, project negative energy, and the other one project love energies. Then come do for both of them and record your observation. You will notice the water that you projected love and light is become more crystal clear, and the water that you projected negative energies, they become foggy. That is what happens. Water picks the energy. It can do anything. When you speak to the water, it does that. When you speak that it gives healing, when ingested, it does that. Water flows everywhere where nothing else can flow. Water settles in the filthy places where human themselves cannot. Water is flexible. It takes all forms and shapes. It surrenders. It surrenders. If this is a rocky path, it surrenders to the flow of the momentum of creation. The flow of the momentum. The moment, where the word moment, the flow of the present moment. When it is a wide open place, it flows smoothly. When it is rocky, it flows by that, being that, experiencing that, at the momentum of creation. It has no resistance to anything. But when provoked, nothing can stop water in this planet. Nothing can stop water. And this is what women are, or the female is. They can surrender. You tell your women, your wives, surrender to your husband, they will surrender. They will surrender and flow in surrender and submit to their husband. But when provoked, it is like throwing a burning matchstick into a container of fireworks. That's why the female has been hunted. She has been called a prostitute in our scriptures. She has been asked to stay behind in the places of worship. She has been told not to speak because it was known. And actually, the story of the John the Baptist, who baptized in water. John the Baptist was actually someone known as Awanas, I think, Awanas. Someone known as Awanas. That story was there before Christianity, before it was in the ancients. The same story, baptizing in the waters. She was a woman. To be born, your soul reincarnates over and over learning experience. Every moment it has to be born again. when it comes to this physical reality. It has to be born again. To be born again, someone has to be passed through waters. Let me tell you, you're passing through your mother's waters. They break. That is your baptism. They break your mother's waters. Then you are born again. Learn lessons, die, not finished. Reincarnate again. Through what? Through being born again. That's why Jesus said, everyone must be born again. It is baptism by water. This is my perceptions, my little perceptions. Let them be triggers to your understanding. Let them be like catalysts. Don't take anything to be your truth here. There is no truth here. All these are concepts of my mind. Concepts of, these are my perception of my own concepts. The level of my perception. Don't take anything to be your truth. Let it be just a catalyst. If it can trigger a grander truth in you, let it be that.